All right, we'd like to bring on Ian Wallace now, and Ian is a professional dream psychologist. We had him on a few months back, and he's analysed over 100,000 dreams throughout his career so far. He believes that exploring our dreams is the most powerful way to understand what we want out of life and how we can achieve it. So what we said we'd do last time you were on, we said, Ian, well, let's get some callers on, a couple of callers, and let's get some people to tell us what their dreams have been. But before we do that, I must just tell you about a dream I had, and it's pure coincidence that you're on today, Friday, because this was just 2 nights ago. Now, I'm in the studio, in a radio studio with the late Fluff Freeman. And he's putting on records and he's doing all his stuff. And I'm helping him for some reason, and I'm handing him old-style records. Then suddenly he panics because the records are out of order and he doesn't know which one to play next. Then I say, all right, Fluff, I'll come over and help. So I come over and help. And then when I look at the records, they're not only out of order, but they're 78s and they're all smashed up.
What a fantastic dream, Steve.
Really?
Yes. So when we dream about another person, we're very often dreaming about an aspect of our own characters. What you're trying to do is you're revisiting something from your past, all these old records, achievements, levels of performance that you have reached. That's what you're looking through. So one part of you is the part that judges you and says, no, you're not quite good enough, Steve. No, you're not quite good enough. You'll never be as good as someone like Fluff.
Yeah.
And that's why you smash up all these old records. These are all the old judgments that
I don't physically smash them up. They just appear to be smashed up.
Although they appear smashed up in your dream, you have smashed them up. Dreams don't happen to us. We happen to dreams. It's you that smashed them.
That's so interesting, because last time you came in, we discussed the fact that dreams can often be quite literal.
Yes.
And it's quite interesting then that you used the word records, but of course the word records has 2 meanings, and you're saying it actually suggests both. It's not just a physical piece of music, it's a record of his achievements.
Exactly.
How interesting.
Okay. Anyway, enough of me. Christina, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, we're good. You've had a recurring dream for around 10 to 15 years. What is it?
Oh, it's scary. It's a packing dream. Now, I can be at home or away, anywhere, and somebody tells me that we've got to be off, we've got to be going, and I haven't even started to pack, and everybody else is ready to go, and I'm the last one, and they're all waiting on me. So I start packing, but it's not clothes or things that you'd normally take on holiday. It's ornaments or pictures from walls, my cats.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Really random things.
Yeah.
And I'm in such a hurry to pack them, and I've got to be careful. They're all packed carefully, so I'm using whatever I can use, newspaper or kitchen roll or whatever, to pack it all in really carefully. And the whole time people are saying, come on, we're going to be late, we're going to be late.
Hi, Christina. This is
Hi.
a great dream. This is a dream about personal fulfilment and realising your individual independence. So all the stuff you're trying to pack up is the baggage from the past 10 or 15 years, stuff that you've accumulated that you don't really need. Yeah. And the person that's telling you to go in the dream is you. You realise it's time that you want to have some independence, have some autonomy. And that's why the things that you're packing up don't really seem to make any sense. They're things that are very precious and meaningful to you, like ornaments, like favourite pictures. A cat is always a symbol of independence and autonomy, your creativity and your instincts. So what you're trying to do is bring all these things together so you can have a wee bit of independence in your life and really enjoy yourself.
Oh, wow, yes, that makes sense.
That's
Absolutely.
great.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
weekend. Thanks for being on.
Thank
Ta-ra,
you.
Christina.
Bye.
Now, Anne Gillingham from Bristol, she's got a very vivid dream. She had it the other night, she tells us, in which she was looking at her wristwatch and the hands on the face started curling upwards. Oh, like a cartoon, I suppose. After a little while, the whole watch exploded off her wrist, leaving the hands imprinted on her arm. I don't know what that's about.
When we dream about our wrist is the part of our body that joins our arm and our hand. Our hand is how we shape our futures, and our arm is how we take action. So it's time for Anne to take some action to shape her future. And that's what the watch is all about. She's been watching this opportunity to act, and an explosion is always a sudden opportunity in her life.
Wow.
She's been presented with an opportunity and she has to act now.
Now, we've got one from Sue Bigart from Worcester, who says she has the same dream on and off for around 20 years. She dreams that a friend, and it's not always the same person, is staying overnight and that she hasn't tidied the spare room for them. She also dreams that she hasn't shut her bedroom door so she can be seen by her visitor. It often wakes her up, and it's some time then before she realises that it was only a dream.
Sue's dream is very common. When we dream about a house, we're always dreaming about ourselves. And the various rooms in the house represent different aspects of our character. Like the kitchen is how we look after ourselves, the living room is where we interact with other people, and the bedroom is where we're most comfortable and relaxed with ourselves. So if she's organising a spare room, she's actually trying to organise part of herself that she doesn't really know about. It's some new opportunity or some talent that she's exploring. She's trying to explore that. And then when this person from the spare room hovers at her door, it makes her feel a bit uncomfortable. So Sue's doing something new, she's learning something new, and she's just a little bit anxious about it.
Let me just do a few bullets just before we take the break. Just give us, if you can, Ian, in a sentence, what dreams about falling are all about.
Dreams about falling, again, literally, as Janie has been saying, it's just about letting go. Also, when we fall, there's actually a physical sensation when we fall asleep. It's called the myoclonic jerk, and it's all our large muscles just releasing their tension, and we have that feeling of falling.
OK, dreams about travelling.
Dreams about travelling are, where are you going in your life? What are you trying to achieve?
And what about if you dream of animals?
Dreams about animals are about our instinctual behaviour. So if we dream about a dog, it's how we give loyalty and unconditional love. If we dream about a horse, it's how we harness our energies, and so on.
We got some dreams from Estelle Jenkins from Todmorden, and Dave Holderness will be on the phone from Cumbria when we come back with Ian Wallace. He's a dream expert. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Dream, dream, dream.
So now we're back here with Ian Wallace. He's a dream expert. Ian Wallace is a professional dream psychologist, and he's analysing some dreams for us. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Hi, fine, Steve, thanks.
Are you okay, Dave?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
I thought you weren't with us for a minute. I thought you might be dreaming. So what's your dream?
Well, I'm usually trying to go somewhere. As I'm going along, it's all getting higher, and I keep coming across all sorts of obstacles and things that get in the way, and they become more and more difficult to get through or around, and normally they start getting sharper, spikier, and you get caught up in them, and the more you try and squeeze through and round, you eventually just come to a grinding halt and you can't move anywhere.
What are the obstacles, Dave? What kind of obstacles are they?
Well, they're like posts and spikes and fences and
Okay.
all sorts of weird things.
What do you think, Ian?
Hi, Dave. This is a dream about some place that you're trying to get to in your life, and it's either to do with your work or a health issue. Do you have any health issues, Dave?
No, I don't, and I'm 62, so I hope to get there soon.
Okay, this is something to do with some work that you're trying to do, and you're just encountering a lot of obstacles along the way. And all this sharpness and spikiness is probably the people who you work with and have to interact with. And you're just feeling a little bit threatened by them, that you're trying to get some stuff done in a certain time period. And you just feel a bit stuck. So what you should do, Dave, is just look at the choices you have. You're 62. It's getting close to retirement, so just decide what you really want to do with your life and see if you can start heading in that direction.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate your call.
Okay, I'll hand me notes in this afternoon.
Good man.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, Dave. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
Bye.
ta-da. To what degree are dreams always about something happening in our lives? Can we shift? Can we dream somebody else's dreams, for example?
Dreams tend to be mainly about our lives, so we make the dream, so all the people in the dream, all the objects, all the places are things that we are making.
Well, what about if it's something we want to be, or something that we want to be another person, for example?
There are two meanings of the word dream. There's the nightly phenomena, and there are also our hopes and aspirations. So if we really want to be someone, then we'll start to dream about that character. It's very common to dream about celebrities.
Yeah.
And so the reason we're doing that is not really because we want to be that person, but they have qualities that we really admire and would like to express ourselves.
So dreams are always about us.
Almost always about us.
But what
Yeah.
about if for people who reckon they have premonitions then, which is not necessarily about them, but people might say, well, I believe that I had a premonition that a flood was
question.
going to happen.
Yeah.
That can be two things. One is that we have about 5 dream episodes per night. So in the UK, that's about 250 million dreams per night. So out of that, there's going to be a good chance that someone will dream that an event happened. The other thing is that the dream is the language of the unconscious. We're constantly absorbing information that we don't critically process. And as we do that, that's very good at predicting the future. It's like watching the arc of a ball coming towards us.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more question from, I think, Estelle Jenkins.
Yeah, Estelle Jenkins from Todmorden. Estelle quite often dreams that she's laughing. She ends up waking herself and her partner up by laughing out loud. That's quite sweet. Recently, she vaguely remembered being with a friend in the dream, but can never remember what she's actually laughing at.
Dreams are just really entertaining things. They can be quite scary, but no place else. You'll be in a rowing boat with a tiger going down a river, trying to make a cup of tea, but you don't have any sugar. So they're just very, very funny things. And the other things that dreams do, we've said that we have a real life, and the dream's very honest about that, and sometimes those diverge. So what the dream does is just brings back those two things together, and that can be quite funny sometimes.
Okay, what about the laughing then?
The laughing is just that reaction. That's what you do with when you see something funny or experience something really funny. It's just a release of tension and anxiety, and it just makes you feel really happy.
But how come she can never remember what she's laughing at then?
One of the things that lets the dream fade away is physical movement. So as soon as we wake up, if she's shaking with laughter and rolling around and wiping tears from her eyes, then the dream will just start to fade really quickly.
A couple of final ones. Listen, it's been great. Thank you very much. Do we all dream?
We all dream. Some people who may have a brain injury or a congenital brain issue can't actually dream, but everyone else dreams.
I did read that dreams are unbelievably short, and then last time you were in here, you said, oh no, dreams can be all different lengths. I mean, what's the average length of an average dream?
An average dream is about 15 to 20 minutes long.
Right. And they don't always have conclusions, do they? And why do we wake up? Do we sometimes wake ourselves up before a bad end?
Yes, we do, because we start to feel really anxious and uncomfortable. So we actually take some action and do something about it.
So we can decide our own...
We can decide our own dreams. Yes, we can.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, we'll see you in a few weeks' time. Ian, thank you very much. Thank you very much to our callers and also all the people that participated. I'm sorry if we didn't get to yours. Obviously, we can only do so much. Ian Wallace, Dream Booster. See you next time, Ian. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.